Welcome to the world of Pokemon. This little rat is what we refer to as Pokemon. You can put them in balls, make them fight each other, do whatever the fuck else the game allows you to do, like contests, the Pokeathlon, or in some cases, fucking nothing at all. Hey everybody, it's me. That's right. How are y'all doing? Hello Chilled Bill, hello Tony, hello Perfect Diplin, hello Capella. Hello Welch, hello Sunshine, haven't seen you in a while. Hello Monosodes. And yeah, I feel like we're all pretty much here. Once again, the volume is being questionable, so sorry for the Windows noise. It's about to arrive. There we go. How's everybody doing? And maybe in the past you could marry the Pokemon. That's what I'm saying. So we've done this on stream before. Don't know if this is going to be a long stream or a short stream, but there was a trailer this morning that we might watch together, and just because I think I have a pretty good theory, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too. But I want to like kind of iron it out because there's kind of like, oh, what about this? What about this? And it's like, no, you gotta think about it for a second and really do the math. Yeah, it's a short stream. I forgot about the Pokeathlon. Yeah, it's like ideally, it's not that I would want a game to be like 2D or 3D to prove that it's good. I just want a game where you are able to do things, you know, where it's like your Pokemon can follow you. There's like contests like Hoenn contests. Maybe there's like the Unova and the Sinnoh contests as well. I think the Sinnoh contests are pretty similar to the Hoenn contests. It's been a long time. I didn't do them in BDSP. I remember the Hoenn contests slapped. You could do the Pokeathlon. You could do things that I'm forgetting right now. You know, the Safari Zone, the Bug Park, or the National Park bug catching competition, but do that with like other things. The banner still says topic is opinions. Well, it's not wrong. I do have opinions. But I can change it. There we go. It's so weird that updates live, but nothing else does. I have to like switch the viewer. Like what else was there? There was fishing being isolated. There's not even fishing in Scarlet and Violet, but fishing being like isolated to certain spots really rubbed me the wrong way when that was introduced in Alola. It's like I just want to fish wherever. Just let me throw a rod into the water. Why does it say I have no data? I do have data. Yeah, what the hell was that about? Anyway. So, there was a trailer earlier. And basically, what I want this short to be about is potential next. Let's make this bigger for all of you guys. Legends game. Because there's more that goes into this than you would think. Another thing that I wish they brought back was like seasons, obviously, but also certain things happening on certain days. I think in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, there's like a bunch of trainers they can only find like on different days of the week in different places. Because I think between that and seasons, it like gives games a lot of replayability. Because if you start like Black and White, I think when it came out, it automatically started you in spring. But then if you replayed it like 6 months later, like started again, it would start you in like fall, autumn, or maybe it'd start you in winter. You know, that's like a completely different experience starting out. You know. So no, I think it'd be cool because it's not going to take you a whole month to finish Oh wait, were the seasons by weeks or by months? I feel like it was a month, wasn't it? It was definitely a month. I'm sure. I think a week would have been too short. Missed the item finder. Wait, the apricorn balls. See, I'm pretty sure it was months. Super training was fun. I never did it, but like, it was still a thing that was there. It's the whole thing of like, just having like extracurricular activities for people who want to do them is better than having none because some people don't want to do them. The quote from Masada in Oris about fucking kids on their smartphones is one of the it's one of the things that makes me the angriest in the whole world. SOS, yeah, so you could have SOS battles, you could have horde battles, you could have like raid dens, you could have and I'm not saying we need like mega Z moves, Dynamax, terrestrialization, but I'm like, it'd be cool, you know? It's the most boomer. Yeah, it is. It genuinely like peeved me off where he was basically saying we don't need to put effort into this game to make it to give it longevity because kids will just be on their smartphones and they have no attention span. I'm like, you dork. Oris might have been my favorite games in the series if he had like not done that. Not even that said the quote, but like, just put in the Battle Frontier. Those are really high up. Remember the Battle Royale? Not really, because I didn't use it. I didn't do it. Static wild encounters? Well, I think static... Well, static encounters are still kind of there, because like you have the Koraidon down in Area 0. But I get what you mean, like kind of Volcarona, just like a strong Pokemon that lives in a place that you just walk up to. Cool concept, but terrible execution. Yeah, because it was like the first person that faints just loses and then the rest of them win or something. I don't know. I didn't do it. Anyway, I'm going to mute this and we are going to have a watch of this trailer. I've already seen it. But I just want to I just want to see if there's anything I missed or if people noticed that I didn't notice, because it shows like a ton of legendaries at the same time. Like they're all like cut between rotation, triple battles. You have inverse battles, sky battles. Like if you just had a game, because here's the thing about all that, that's just code that determines like the order of that. There's no new models, there's no nothing. It's like it's really not that much space that would be taken up by it, you know? But Game Freak is notoriously horrible at optimizing their games, so... And that's not even a Scarlet Violet Galar dig, that's been the case since Gen 2, when Iwata had to come in and fucking fix the game for them. Sky Battles can stay gone. I would just love, like, if Sky Battles had, like, other versions, like, oh, it's ground battles, or it's water battles, or dive battles, or lava battles, or something. Where like lava could be like only fire and rock types can, or something. I don't know. That's a bit too limited, but you know what I mean. Diving underwater. That's a great one that I wish would come back. I talk about that in this weekend's video. Spoiler alert as well. You'll be seeing me over on True Green this weekend as well, with some fun guests. So you get loads of me this weekend. So this tree, I don't really... It reminds... The first thing that came to my mind was fucking, like, Yggdrasil, the tree of life from Norse mythology. But I'm like, that's like a Xerneas. That's what Xerneas is. But also, I don't... There's nothing really about this tree that I'll be able to say that other people haven't said. I've already seen that Toby uploaded a video, and he's like he's the theory guy. So this tree isn't what I'm really interested in, but if anybody knows what this is, now obviously if you've seen leaks, don't tell me the leaks, but yeah, I'm wondering if this is like maybe terrestrialization is now starting to affect things that aren't just Pokemon. Is the idea here? I will say I do find it weird with this logo that it isn't just the treasure of Area Zero as like one big like ticket pamphlet paper thing underneath both of them. It's like we get that it's for both of them. We see both the game titles. Do we really need this twice? Clear surfaces the infantry of Galar. Hello, musical medic. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. And hello, Pix. How you doing? And then we have Teal Mask, because I guess that this is them being like, hey, you need to play Teal Mask to play Indigo Disc. So, it's weird that this isn't Briar. I'll say that immediately. Also, there's something in this trailer that I think outright confirms that Briar is evil, and we'll get to it. Basic recap? That seems true. Also, hello, Sea Dragon. So we've Totodile here as well. Oh, I see Mamoswine in the back. I didn't notice. See, I didn't notice any of this the first time. And that seems to be a Geodude that's actually colored in. Now, when the first trailer dropped, and this is that map that people think is Kalos. Because it's kind of vaguely France shaped. I remember this was in a trailer a while back. Oh no, I think that Geodude is still grayed out. So there's a Geodude here that I'm convinced is some sort of like regional variant or fake. Because for whatever reason, it's just the silhouette and it looks really bumpy and like not. Its silhouette looks a little bit different from Geodude. I can't show you it because it's so far away in this. But Mamoswine is here too, which is cool. I don't know what the circle above it is, but I'm always game for. Maybe it's not Mamoswine. I'm sure it has to be though, because it's like round body trunk. Idiot. This is all very far away. Cliff area of the terrarium. Yeah, Mamoswine is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. Oh, we get Toucannon back. Toucannon I always found interesting because it's like a non-fire type fire type. Or what am I calling it? Talonflame? Toucannon. Did I call it Talonflame? Toucannon. They both begin with two. Do we still have berry planting? No, we don't. Oh, yeah, berry planting was really fun. I think I just need to like go into a Sinnoh game and look at like the Pokétch and like just look at all of the features that are even in that. Because you could like track your berries. It had a calculator that just didn't work as well. I remember. Best Boys are back. I'll finally get a chance to use these guys. Also, whatever this song is, I feel would have been a way better credit song for Scarlet and Violet than fucking Ed Sheeran. I feel like that's, if I ever replay Scarlet or just get Violet, that credit song is gonna fucking date the games like nobody's business. Whereas any other game ends with like a Pokemon song. Like it just sounds great. Also, this character design, this is just like a normal human. There's nothing like cool or Pokemon-y about this. She also has a Nemona style glove though. Oh, we've extracurricular tasks. I did notice this. There's stuff in this trailer that I was like, oh fun, I actually get to do shit that isn't just the game. The credits go hard and mute. Diplin is definitely getting it. How do you know that, Chill? Again, leaks are for geeks. Oh, yeah, because Eevee like gives it a defense boost? Okay, interesting. Okay. I like how they have regionals from other regions. Yeah, I like that too. I didn't even comment on it. Yeah, we just passed like Ninetales and I did, yeah, fucking Slowpoke. The first drama hack of Scarlet and Violet was just removing the credit song. We find out Arven's parents are dead, and then it's I see the light moving through the wind. I can't remember the lyrics, even though I sang it. That was almost a year ago that I sang that. Is this a Ditto variant? This fucking weird cube. Man. Oh, find 3 Ditto blocks in the Savannah biome. Appears up here. I didn't even notice that. So it's a Ditto block. So, but it wasn't called like a Paldean Ditto or like a Blueberry Academy Ditto. It was called a Ditto block. So is it just a Ditto that's like in the shape of a square? Square? Or is it, do we think this is kind of like a Rotom situation? Where it's just Ditto taking on a shape that's unusable? Or do we think that this is actually like a usable thing? It's not a new form. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's like Rotom, where... Or even it's just like a block with a Ditto's face on it. Without actually being alive. Let's see. Might be Mirror Transform. Yeah, because then it just dawned in my brain that Ditto can transform as well, so. Man-made. It didn't blink or anything, so. Do you want to help me out by participating in an amazing E? We love amazing E's. Experiment I'm working on. Sinclair. Oh, and then we fucking Psycho Link with our Pokemon. This I thought was cool. They can just run around as your Pokemon. I doubt we'll be able to like go very far. But it would be cool if there was like, let's say, a cave that was just small enough for like a Pokemon to fit into that you would be able to run into. If anybody's played Ratchet and Clank 2, with the spider bot, that's what I'm thinking of. Where you can like send the Pokemon in to like get something or something. You just saw a Z move pose. Oh shit, that absolutely was a Z move pose. This guy here. Yeah, that's Z move. That's very interesting. I want to say that's just an Easter egg for like a pose, but I doubt I did that. It hints to a new 3D Mystery Dungeon. I don't think the main series would hint to Mystery Dungeon because it's so like they're made by completely different developers. And I can't remember any time that Mystery Dungeon has been referenced in the main series. The Clank segments. No, but with Clank, it's like, oh, let's press triangle, and then it's like, oh, I'm a different character now. It's still the same concept as like, oh, he's going through an event, but you don't see it. Whereas with Ratchet and the Spider Bot, it's like you just throw out the Spider Bot and you go. It's very seamless. That feature seems like it's setting up a mechanic for future games, but not sure. The sync. Yeah, I'm big on the idea that Legends Arceus came out, and from what I hear, it's pretty universally praised. Like, the graphics could be better, and the tutorial is a bit long, but it's like, once you're into that game, it's really, really fun. Then Scarlet and Violet came out within the same year, is what people don't remember. So then they're like, oh, they're using the feedback for Scarlet and Violet, and it's like, no, they are not. There was no time to implement anything between those two games. So I think whatever is next, because obviously Scarlet and Violet has come out a year ago. They're still doing the DLC, but they've had time since Scarlet and Violet now to figure out what Gen 10 is going to be. They've taken stuff from Legends Arceus, because that was still Gen 8, you know? So I'm not being delusional, but I am optimistic about what comes next. Because if what comes next is actually shit, then I'm like, you are hopeless, and I might just drop off the franchise for a while. I'll become a Ratchet and Clank channel. So is the experiment PokeSync? Is this woman just... Because you like close... You're like fucking Professor X here. You're like in this Pikachu... It's like, I am the Pikachu now. Shorty, what the hell is going on with man-made Pokemon? We talk about mons like Magnemite, Porygon, and Steelix. Watch any of my shorts. I've talked about all three of those Pokemon. Also, I don't know if Magnemite is man-made. Oh, the three Pika clones in this fucking reject. So, I think it wants you to think this is like some sort of race feature, but I think it's just they're all just running beside each other. But that's gonna be cool. Do you think you can like get off Koraidon, change it into its like battle form, and then just run around as Koraidon just without your character on it? So this I thought was interesting, and I hope this is what I think it is, where you're just able to rebattle gym leaders. There's a Skarmory back there. Ooh, Blitzel! Do you know that Blitzel hasn't been in a game since Gen 5? Incredible. Definitely going to use that feature with Executive. Oh, that's fun. Unless the camera is just like down at its body. The view is from its weird butt head. Magnemite isn't man-made, yep. They turned a bug into a feature. Which bug? What did I miss? Did they say no, it's an Oddish? We have Kofu and Larry here. When Katie is in the room. I must have missed it. It's Oddish. I know what Oddish looks like. Is this like the kind of indigo disc terastallized thing in the book? Or is it just like a number 8 or... This looks like a fossil as well. It could be like a dome fossil. Or a shield fossil, maybe. The detail is kind of not fantastic. The Rhydon's riding around with no player. Oh! I never got that one. Oh, keep going. We haven't passed it yet. Oh, yeah, there it is. And what's that behind us? It's not moving, so it's not a Pokemon. It's just an interesting looking pot, I guess. This guy is the best teacher in the game. Mr. Sandwich Man. This guy is the worst character in the game. She's actually fine in game, but those first 2 trailers where it was like, we're gonna do 2 trailers to reveal Bellibolt, and it was like, this was the biggest fucking waste of time of my whole life. The Blueberry Cat. Oh, maybe it's a B. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know what the logo for the Academy looks like. There's Magnemite. Yeah, so this, I'm like... I hope that this isn't just part of, like, the main story of the game, where it's like, you need to refight all the gym leaders, and then you can take on the Elite Four of the Blueberry Academy, you know? I hope that this is just like, oh, the teachers are visiting, battle them. And it gives you, like, an opportunity to just rebattle the gym leaders, you know? She's not glad there's no voice acting. You can trade with gym leaders. I don't think that's what it's implying. Oh, hang on. Maybe it is. Oh yeah, I didn't even read. Sorry, I didn't even read this. I was too busy looking at her. Okay, yeah. I guess you can trade with gym leaders. Oh, it's Iono's Magnemite. So you were literally just using Iono's Magnemite. Sorry, guys, that's on me. I can't read. I don't know if you know this about me. Adds their owner's name. Okay. But they're that's interesting. And you should be able to rename them once, is what I know about kind of trading now. I don't think Brassius is going to give us Sudowoodo, because that's like his ace. He might give you a Bonsly. What are these snacks? So the snacks then are pretty much tied to getting legendaries. So this segment of the game, this segment of the trailer is a lot. So much shit happens right here. So you have legendary beasts, legendary birds, this fucking dumpy idiot who I hate. But this is in regular, Paldea. This isn't in the terrarium. Yeah, because this is all Paldea mainland. So I think that this is good because it with Kitakami it was like, oh, you're in Kitakami now. And there's not really any reason to go back to Paldea. And then just, alright, Rayquaza's up here. Okay. So what does this mean? Okay, so we had beasts, birds, Kubfu, let's just say Hoenn Weather Trio. Okay, still nothing. It is interesting that we see Entei and Terrakion here before we've seen their Paradox forms. The Eon Duo, these three. So we get the official 3 Pokemon of the Paradox Legendaries and the Paradox Legendaries, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. Oops. Sorry, guys. Then we stick on this horse. We stick on the 2 horses instead of like a split screen. With no Calyrex, which is interesting. Then we have Ho-Oh-Lugia, the Light Trio, and Groudon and Kyogre. So let's keep going. We've Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem, who all get individual things. So people earlier were saying that that's a pretty heavy, Unova hint. Where it's not like, this confirms Unova, but it's like, out of all the legendaries that get shown individually, it's like these 3, Rayquaza and the horses. So the horses, we'll get back to it. I assume Calyrex appears if you caught the horses. I think it might be like a Landorus situation where there's 1 horse available in each game, and if you have both, then Calyrex appears or something like that. So legendaries, then we have the flying type trial. So this, I have a massive want for this, where as you're progressing through this DLC, you'll get more of these like flying time trials to do. What I would love to happen is once you beat all of those, it'll be like, hey, you are now able to fly just forever. So then, like, when you go back to Unova, you can just fly, or keep calling Paldea Unova. When you go back to Paldea, you can just fly with your legendary instead of having to just glide. I feel like that would really make the experience, because that's another thing we lost over time. The soaring mechanic with Oris. I think it might have been confirmed. I know that they said there was like potential or something, but until I see it happening, I'm not convinced. That's the skeptical guy in me. So this is the new Elite Four, who I think are all fine. She just looks like a normal anime person. I don't know, the style of this game is very like, they just look like regular anime characters as opposed to Pokemon characters. I know it's a weird thing to say because Pokemon is like an anime style game, but there's just something missing about the Paldea characters that I can't quite put my finger on. Like, I don't get anything about this guy's typing from his getup, you know? You know, if the coolest fucking Pokemon in the game. I was just checking what this was. This Chi String Man. If Drylodon's a trade evolution, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Wasn't free flying only in Oris? Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, was that meant to be someone? Oh, was that Kieran? Yeah, oh my god. I wouldn't have even recognized him. Apparently the flying can be made permanent feature. I just hope it's permanent in Paldea. I don't want it just in the Blueberry Academy. Evolves by being traded 3 times with completely different items per trade. That a Kieran. Okay. This is the bit that I talked about in Discord. So we have Scorbunny, Chimchar, and Piplup. So this is kind of nothing because you've 2 fire types, and 2, you've 2 Sinnoh Pokemon. Then you have 3 Pokemon of 3 different types, and from 3 different regions, which matches the kind of Legends gimmick, I suppose. And then we get it again. So it's not like, oh, 2 fire types and a water type, then all 3, then like 2 grass types and a fire type, you know? Because these are all also from different regions and all different types as well. So I'll become this is the main part that we're going to be writing about today. The website shows soaring over the Paldean crater. I'm taking that. Okay, cool. I will take it as that when I see it. When I am doing it, I will cry with happiness. There's Gita. Here's Briar. There's Cyclizar. Who's this? Who's that trainer with red hair? Oh, I didn't even notice that detail the first time. That's so fucking cool. How Raging Bolt's like cloud neck, like thunderclaps. Like, I obviously noticed the electricity coming off of it, but the fact that like the kind of light shines through it, like there's lightning going off. Is it Mela? Remind me who Mela is? There's a lot of Pokemon characters. Legends game with the option of sticks for... Oh, that's interesting. This is why I did this as a live stream, because I wouldn't have thought about that. Oh, shit. Okay. I think that pretty much confirms it. The Team Stare girl with the boot. Okay. I don't think so. And I'll go back to it. Because if they were to do this, if they were to do this just as like a trailer thing, I don't think it would be like... I don't think they would just be using the game graphics, you know? Okay, but they could also be tricking us. So until it happens and I see it with my own eyes in game, I'm still going to be skeptical. Because then I can either be right or I can be surprised. So. This tunnel's cool. Also, I never noticed, and this is also because I'm not like a Violet player, I never knew that Miraidon's eyes just went like solid purple when it like attacked or anything. Unless that's just for this trailer. I do hate that Terapagos has a baby form. Here's the thing. 1, 2, 3 times 6. is 18. So, plus the middle one. Maybe they have Team Star trainers, leaders come back as regular students. I'll tell you why it's not Mela. And if it is, I'll be very pissed. So looking at this. There's Kieran. There's you. There's... Is her name Carmen? Because it's spelled like Carmine, and I've been calling her Carmine, but loads of people are calling her Carmen. So I have no idea what her fucking name is anymore. Squirtle is too closely linked to the other Canto-Star to split it up from them. And Totodile and Snivy are from the same region as Cylindrical Lash, but Fennekin doesn't match up. Counterpoint. Charmander and Charizard get featured on their own all the time. And Cyndaquil and Oshawott being featured already doesn't discount the other two from being featured. Because then it could be a case that the next Legends game is whatever they're in it, and then the next game after that like completes those trios. Kieran's crystal is cracked. That is cool. Maybe it might be like, I'm gonna call her, I know it's spelled Carmine, but it's just a way, if it's Carmen, I've just never seen Carmen spelt that way. But this to me confirms that Briar is evil. Because that is a sinister... That is a sinister fucking, like, portrait there. Like, nearly all of her face is in shadow. Like, yeah, Briar looks evil as fuck here. Oh, what's all this? I didn't know that's any of this. Challenge Dialga and Palkia. Oh, these guys are also in it. Until Thursday, December 20th. Oh shit, that's now. Oh, which one do I get? Because I clearly only get one. It'd be weird if both were in the game. See a shiny Lucario. I'd rather not, but sure. I mean, I'll take a shiny, whatever. Oh, what does that say? Can I please just take off the uniform? Chef is plan to make soup. Bring over more of your favorite Pokemon. Okay. So pretty interesting. Her book is on the Trapgos page too. Oh, I thought she was holding a phone. Okay, let me look at that again. Oh yeah, it is the book. Yeah, and she's like fucking like rocketing forward. She's like flying through time and space. New type confirmed. Soup. They didn't need to cake up Lucario on the art. Is there art of Lucario? I have news for you. That's just how Lucario looks. He's a fucking frumpy dumpy idiot and I hate him. Okay. So what's the plan here? Let's turn back on the music. And we can mute this if we need to come back to it. So potential next Legends game. There are 2 sets of 3 starters from different regions, different types. And those were, let's do them in kind of order of like grass, fire, water. Trico, Tepig, Squirtle. And Snivy, Totodile. And Fennekin. Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. It was the T's that were throwing me off. Totodile. You want to check on Melee? I was. Okay, so where was she? I think she was right before the crystal masks. If this is Mela, it kind of just completely like counteracts like the point of the main story, and I'm not gonna lie, this just ruins like a really fun character design by just because this looks like a player character, pretty much, you know. Unless it's Penny, but I really don't see them changing any of like the player character designs, because generally if they would they turned it straight. Generally if they change like a character design, they match it with like an equally like cool looking design. The only one I can think of at the moment is like Lily from Sun and Moon. Also Kieran in this, you know, he looks completely different, but he still looks like a kind of significant character. Whereas this just looks like any fucking trainer. It is suspicious that your character's like, oh my god, it's you almost face, and it like pans over. It's like, what is this shot? You know. So I don't know. I have no idea who this is. Okay, so here's my thinking. Let's do these one at a time. I think I can make this a little bit smaller. Yes, you can't be. So the way the only Legends game we've gotten works, and let's say likely Legends game because Legends colon, semicolon, whatever the fuck. If they were to just make it a one-off, it's like, why would it be called like Legends Arceus? You know? They could have just called it like Pokemon Legends or just Pokemon Arceus. But the fact it's like Pokemon Legends Arceus, the only thing it reminds me of, funnily enough, is X-Men Origins Wolverine, where they were planning to do like X-Men Origins Magneto, X-Men Origins Cyclops, but then Wolverine bombed so bad that they were like, we need to fucking reconsider all of this. So the fact that it's even called Legends blank makes me think that like it's gonna be like, it's gonna continue, so it's gonna be like, there could be like Legends Mew, Legends Celebi, Legends Jirachi, Legends Deoxys, Legends Darkrai, whatever the fuck. There won't be Darkrai because we just had Sinnoh. Legends Genesect, I'm only doing mythicals in my brain. Legends Hoopa, Legends Magierna, Legends Zarude, Legends is Gen 9 of a mythical yet? Don't think so. Because Calyrex isn't a mythical. So I don't think Terapagos is either. Legends Detective. I seem to have been chucked through time. I remember finding journals about this stuff in the Canalave Library. Fallers, I believe they call them. Just my luck. Well, dilly-dallying around here isn't going to do anything much. I'd have a wandered around and see what I can find. You know, the detective getting flung through time, I might actually do. That's not a bad idea. Notice the Legends Necrozma taking place in Ultra Space. Ultra Space is so weird to me, so potentially. Genesect might be a good excuse. Yeah, like, there's just lots of stuff. Okay. But in the Sinnoh games, none of the starters are from Sinnoh. So I think by that logic, we can safely say that, like, the Legends game isn't going to be any that the starters are from. So this wouldn't be, like, Legends Hoenn, it wouldn't be Unova, it wouldn't be Kanto. Likewise, with these, it wouldn't be Unova, it wouldn't be Kalos, and it wouldn't be Johto. So if we do a Legends game with 6 starters, which is an insane concept, I'm just gonna say can be. It can't be the first 6 regions. So it would have to be Alola, Galar, or Paldea, and it's not gonna be Paldea. Because we're in Paldea at the moment, so it would just be very weird. The other thing I'm thinking is Legends is post SV. SV is set in the past. SV is about the past and future. So the next Legends game could be in the future. Because there was also that one Pokemon logo where it was all futuristic for some reason. I can't remember what it was in, is the thing. I need to go find that, because I know it was at the end of like a Pokemon Presents or like a big trailer where the Pokemon logo just became like futuristic for no reason. That anybody kind of knew at the time. So I think that might be kind of a future game. The other thing is people are saying that the next kind of Legends game is going to be Unova. The Mewtwo one? Was it for Mewtwo? Or was it the Mewtwo Presents? All I know is that the logo glitches and it becomes all like neon and futury. And it's kind of like, why does it do that? If it's been figured out, then I didn't hear anything about it. They were teasing the Mewtwo event. But is Mewtwo futuristic? Legends Galar could be set when the first Darkest Day. Yeah, like I'm saying, there's lots of like potential for stuff. And Galar's getting a lot of love. Like, really inexplicably so. Where it's like, you just happened. Where's the Sinnoh love? The Terra rate for... Yeah, I remember, but I'm like, what does the logo have to do with Mewtwo? I recall the logo looks very akin to the Detective Pikachu. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I'll go back and I'll look at it and see what the situation is. But it's not like a massive thing. Okay. So everybody is saying that... can I fucking like... make this like readable? Okay. Next game needs to be... Unova. And I do not think so. There's a few things to kind of disprove this. So, let's say remakes are always on a new console. So, Fire Red and Leaf Green were on... Okay, let's do it this way. Red and Blue were on the Game Boy. Fire Red and Leaf Green were on the Game Boy Advance. Then Heart Gold and Soul Silver were on the DS. Oris were on the 3DS. And then BDSP and Legends were on the Switch. So, Switch 2, as far as I know, is releasing in mid to late 2024. Is what I've heard, is what I've looked up earlier. It could be 2025. We don't know. For another remake to happen is far too soon. Exactly. So, we are only a year into Gen 9. And if I'm correct, Let's Go Pikachu... Let's Go Pikachu Eevee aren't really like remakes. That was like a Let's Go game. Or like a Pokemon Go like Switch tie-in. I would really hesitate to call those remakes. Because like fundamentally they're like so different. And remakes have been on even number generations, so the only exception... And remakes have been on even number generations. Well, if the only exception is Fire Red and Leaf Green, then it doesn't really work. Yeah, Let's Go I really would hesitate to call a remake. If it was a real remake, it would be like, hey, you can use like Crobat and Electivire and Magmortar, and we'd like kind of update everything to include all the shit that's come later. But it's like, oh, you have Megas and like Alolan forms, but nothing else. And also you don't battle, you just throw fucking Pokeballs. And yeah, they were kind of like a gimmick game, like Yellow was. But I wouldn't really count Let's Go as like remakes, if that makes sense. So gens last about 3 years minimum. This is off the top of my head. I could be wrong. They could last 4. Some might have even lasted 2, but I don't think they have. Lonely Nova now both have futuristic artificial islands. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. So Switch 2 is releasing mid to late 2024. Switch 1. When did the Switch come out? The Nintendo Switch in March 2017. And let's just do LG. The first Pokemon game was not on Switch until November 2018. And then the generation wasn't on it. 2019. So it was like 2.5 years after the Switch dropped that we even got like a new game. And then was BDSP 2021? So what I'm saying here is like there is room between remakes for a non-Unova Legends game. Every gen has had a different combination of the release order of the base game, third game, remake, sequels, DLC. Well, Black 2... Yeah, Gen 5 and Gen 7 are very similar, except that Gen 7 kind of shat the bed and just made 2 remakes instead of like a sequel. I think if Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were sequels, I would be way more on board with them. But it's like, oh, we made Sun and Moon, but worse. It's wild shit. I think I can make all this smaller again, just to fit it on one page. My dumb brain keeps reading LGPE as LGBT. There was an acronym that I learned for LGBTQ, and I need to look it up because it's really, really funny. But I think it was something like, let's go boys! You know, kind of, it's just like a sentence. But it's really, really funny. What else about this? So, okay, so we said we were going to write a short. So that's what we're going to do. So we can open up and be like, say something like, did Game Freak just reveal the next Legends game? Blah, 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 blah. Now, ideally, I like to make these rhyme or like alliteration or whatever. So, you know, like the blatant disregard for bug dragon types. BD, BD. The glaring refusal for ghost rock types GR. This champion's ace is a big disgrace. Assonance. You know, I always try and like do something where they rhyme or like it's kind of just fun for your brain to listen to, that sort of thing. So we can say the final Indigo Disc trailer just released, showing off a bunch of cool stuff. Debatable. No. Just released. Showing off loads of returning Pokemon, including starters. And then I want to say, like, the way they were shown off got me thinking. Hey, Al, what's going on? We said doing a live stream. Just put the debatable in captions. Yeah, I was thinking something like that. Galar hasn't got hardly love in Go yet. They kind of skipped it. Galar is still so new. I don't know why people are like going ape for it. It's like there's still 7 generations before it. Go has impacted the main series. As somebody who doesn't play Go, I don't know if I even feel the... The only thing about Go that I am kind of salty about is that I have no way to get Meltan. Because I really like Meltan and Melmetal. So we can say Legends Arceus was set in... It's not ancient. Is it feudal? Is that the right word? Does that mean it's a, like, war? They really should make a way for it to evolve in the main games. I just don't... They should really make a way for me to get it in the main games. I have no way of acquiring it. Unless I, like, trade with someone who has it. Legends Arceus was set in feudal Sinnoh and featured 3 other starters native to other regions. With 500? I thought it was like 200. It's, from what I know, it's pretty up in the air. We don't even know what region Meltan came from. Just make it a Paradox Ditto. It's like, I don't care, just, I want this. Certain starters native to other regions. So what I do here is just kind of like list out all my thoughts. So I'm kind of repeating here just details about starters. So then I'll probably drop this thing. So then we can say the recently released Indigo Disc trailer also showcased two sets of 3 unrelated starters. final point is to go putting it as its own thing. Just make it a part of the rest of Gen 7 when it's a Gen 7 mon. Yeah, it's whenever you do those like online or like that name every Pokemon quiz, it's always in like the unknown section. And it's like, it's a Gen 7 Pokemon. It's in Let's Go. That's a Gen 7 game. Come on. Indigo Disc Trader also showcased 2 sets of 3 unrelated starters. And then we say, however, with everyone clamoring, unfortunately, for Unova remakes, I don't think that this is the case. Tepig and Snivy wouldn't be starters in a Legends game. For the region they are native to. And it's been way too soon since BDSP. And then we can say remakes are almost are always on a new console, and then here we can say LGP are not remakes or don't count. And then people in the comments will be like, "You disproved yourself. End it all on camera." And I'm like, calm down. The Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024. Remakes never kick off a new generation. So now it's just like ironing out my thoughts into kind of like ironing out the bullet points into like sentences. Because that Pokénerd's receive engage pretty much. The amount of people in like the Sinnoh short who are like, Dialga and Palki's new forms count as cross-gen love, and it's like, they really do not. It's like, if I didn't count Megas, why would I count like Megas that just are worse Megas? Remakes never kick off a new generation. And also, Sword and Shield didn't release until 2.5 years after the Switch launched. Meaning that between now and Gen 10, we could see a Legends title for a completely different region. It's like counting unknown. Yeah, exactly. Or like it's like counting kind of Zygarde as Gen 6 love in Gen 7 when it was really just there because they shat the bed with Pokemon Z. And Sun and Moon is so messy because Dexio and Cena just show up and they're like, "Hey trainer, here's a cube for a fucking legendary Pokemon that has nothing to do with these games." That yeah, it's just like, what the fuck is this? I've said it before, but it's like if I was in like Paldea and it was like, you need to find all the Arceus plates, and it's like, what does Arceus have to do with Paldea? Or like Giratina or something, yeah? It's very weird. It's so weird how I mentioned Arceus and then Legends Arceus music came on. I'm here. Hello, Master Sheffy. Crazy shenanigans. Shame Core and Cell Zygarde. It is weird that they don't even have models. You know? I'm not even mad about not being able to use them, because they probably suck ass, but... Once I figured out what Zygarde was, it definitely became a lot more appealing to me. But just in, like, X and Y, I was like, this is so underwhelming. You're playing Tomodachi Life? No, you're not. You're watching my stream. Got him. So we could say for these three... we could see Johto. Sinnoh is off the table completely, because... for obvious reasons. We could see Johto, Kalos, Alola, Galar. For these three... we could see... Kanto. Hoenn. Alola Galar. What if the game is 6 starters? Could they be teasing 2 games? Or 1 with a set of 6 starters? And they just made a second Legends game that's still based in Sinnoh. Watching your stream and your videos at the same time? That sounds like Irish overload. Okay, because see, I can already tell that this is too long for a short. So I just need to, like, kind of do a lot of, like, work to it still. What else? Oh, yeah, so... the region. I think Galar is possible. Given the horses standing out in the trailer. And the blatant love that region has been getting through new evolutions and convergent forms. What if the next Legend starters are the ones that aren't shown? Well, that's just too damn much to consider. And technically they show all of them, so... because I think at the end of the trailer, it like pans through all of them. Convergent forms. I think Galar is definitely possible. Legendary horses. What else? So then I can, if I just say I think Galar is possible, I can get rid of this, and then people can be like, oh, I think it's this, I think it's this, and then people will be like, it can't be Hoenn because Treek was there, blah, 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 blah. What if stairs for next Legends game is stuff like Tangela? Well, then they'd have to give Tangrowth another evolution. I think I'd love a game where it's just like 3 non-starters become starters, in terms of like stats. That's the main thing, and I saw this on the Discord where people were like, oh, Blaze Torrent and Overgrower shit abilities, and I'm like, you've never been at low health in like a gym or a rival battle before, clearly. Because when you're low health and you use your stab moves, it can really fucking like change the flow of battle. Bring back Beta Baby Tangela. Maybe. Or make Tangrowth made out of spaghetti. Speggy meatballs. Set in the past. Followed by... Oh, hang on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Followed by Scarlet and Violet. Which deals with past and future. So could Legends... Let's just call it Galar. Be set in the future. Get ready for this. Get ready for this. You're gonna shit. Chairman Rose does have that weird, completely out of place concern about 1,000 years in the future. After all. Was it set up the whole time? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You can all start shitting and clapping now. Legends Nemo confirmed. Okay, I think that kind of cements that I'm gonna go in with like the kind of Legends Galar angle. Shitting. Okay, let's see. Here's the thing, I don't even know if I need to like do the whole title intro for this bit. I could just be like, the final Indigo Disc trailer just released. And then people would be like, oh fuck, Indigo Disc, you know? Something I will never do, and please shoot me if I do, is if I end a short with, and that's why, and that's why the final Indigo Disc trailer is, it's like, it's the epitome of fucking lazy writing, and I hate it. It's like, I will just end my shorts with the logo. Something I want to do is just have the logo present throughout the shorts, so it's not like, they just don't end, they do loop, but not in a way where it's like, and that's why I think. And this is because, like, it bothers me every time that fucking happens. Kabu and Opal will be dead. Good. If you that, there'd be 20 million comments saying the perfect loop doesn't exist. I've done plenty of shorts where it's a fucking perfect loop. I always loop the background sky, which is a lot harder to do than you think it is. And when I can, I always try and loop the music. But Jesus Christ, that annoys me to no end. Oh, God. Okay. So we can say, to kind of make this less diabolical, to final Indigo Disc trailer just dropped, showcasing 2 sets of unrelated, 2 sets of starters, hailing from different regions. Be 1,000 years future and Opal will still be alive. And she'll look the exact same. 2 sets of starters hailing from different regions. Legends Arceus was set in... I'll see if I can find a better word than feudal. It was set in feudal Sinnoh. with starters also native to other regions. I won't say also. With 3 starters native to differing regions. See that we've turned fucking 5 lines, or like 4 lines technically, down into like 2 and a bit. And still 16. Who's 16? What am I missing? Yeah, I'm just gonna do the final Indigo Disc trailer just dropped. Is you're like in for the short. We don't need it, however. Is Opal 16? Oh, that's like... Okay. I forgot that was... I haven't played Sword and Shield. But I remember there's like the joke. Is Opal a leap year baby? Sinnoh in the past. Yeah, I might just say like past Sinnoh. Was said in past Sinnoh. We'll figure it out. But you'd still be like 64. I don't think that's how leap years work. Because it's like divided by 4. So if you take like 84 divided by 4. Oh, 84 is 21 still, so. Oh yeah, 16. Yeah, 16 by 4 is 64. She's way older than 64. Ye old Sinnoh. Oh, ye old Sinnoh is pretty good. Ye old Sinnoh. Legends Arceus set in Ye Old Sinnoh. I don't think it flows though. Because I do have to speak quickly. I'll put unfortunately in on screen as opposed to reading it. Unova Remake's all but guaranteed. I think these starters are hinting towards something else. Snivy and Tepig are Unova natives, so they wouldn't work. Then in brackets I can say Hisui has no Sinnoh starters, just in case people didn't get the point when I said this. Oh, but then I have to say it in a way where, like... people would be like, oh, Chimchar's in the game. And I'm like, that's not the fucking point. Hisui... Hisui... I know if this is on screen, they're gonna be like, you can catch Turtwig and Chimchar, blah blah blah. This is just the way people are. They're so fucking stupid. We're calling Eevee a dog. It's a rabbit. Sui has no Sinnoh starters. Or I'll say the PLA starters are not Sinnoh natives. So they wouldn't work. And it's also way too soon. Remakes are always featured on a new console. I want to say showcase this. So I don't have to say blah 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 blah. This is on the Game Boy and this is on the thing and this is on the thing. Featured on a new console. And I could do like just a fart noise with LGP for like 0.5 of a second. Fart with reverb is my favorite sound effect in the whole world. And on a new console. Let me see the Switch 2 thing. We know the Nintendo Switch 2 won't be released until at least April 2024. At least April. Furukawa stated that no hardware will be coming this financial year, which concludes the end of March 2024. Okay. The Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024 at the earliest. I think is important to show there. If I need to, I could say at the earliest on screen as well. It means that the audience has to use their brains by fucking reading the fucking... the chat. Or the screen as things are happening. When did the Switch 2 happen? It's almost like I'm talking about it. It's almost like I just said the Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024. So probably mid to late 2024 is when Switch 2 happens. Is making shorts worth it? Yeah. Yes, it is. Think of doing his teasers for upcoming videos. When was there... Use Google Maps. I'm not your dad. I'm busy. The only thing I can think of doing with it is teasers for upcoming videos. What I would do normally is make teasers for videos that are already out. Because you have to realize that shorts audiences are like very like... They will not retain information. So with shorts, you have the option to like link a video. Which is just like down the bottom of the short. So if you make a trailer for a video that's already out, then it's kind of like free promo, and you can have like an arrow that points to like the bottom of the screen, or you can say like click the link at the bottom of the screen to watch the full video or something. And then you can just like take like a minute from that video or just like show art or do whatever. But I would nearly always do like the promo after the video is out. Because that way it's like, oh, then they don't have to wait. They can just click on it and watch it. Whereas if you're like, this is a trailer for a thing out in 2 weeks, they're going to forget about it like within fucking 2 minutes. So. Remakes are always featured on your console. Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024. And also remakes. Remakes never kick off a new generation, and... Can I say Swish? Or do I have to say Sword and Shield? Like if I say, and Swish didn't release for 2.5 years after the Switch debuted. Also, the maximum time code you can make a short is like 59 seconds and 12 frames. Yeah, I'll say Swish. I'll say Swish! And Swish! Didn't release for 2.5 years. After the Switch debuted. I'm gonna write down a Swish. Sorry. So I could keep this going, but I want to like break up my sentences. I just say Gen 8. Swish and Swish. Remakes. Okay, let's see. Remakes are always featured on a new console. Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024. Remakes never kick off a new generation. And Swish didn't release until 2.5 years after the Switch debuted. And Gen 8, yeah, Gen 8 I think is the better one to do. And I could say a whole 2.5 years after the Switch debuted. Dog game. I think I'll put in like a Bork here. Definitely like I'll do a Gabe Bork right there. Okay, so oh, guys, actually, give me 2 seconds. I just realized something. Hello, I'm back. Just realized I forgot to pay my rent, but that's taken care of. I'm still on time, don't worry. Gabe is a legendary. Yeah, and Gabe's counterpart is also legendary, but I don't know if I can say his name on stream. Dog game. I zoned out and thought you were saying gay Bork. I was gonna bark myself gay. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, let's put a thing here so that I actually know what I'm looking at. This is already like much more concise and readable. Pokemon Bork. I would say Biff and Baff. Or Biff and Boof. I always go up to a dog and I'm like, Biff, Baff, Boof. Brr. Woof. Remakes are always featured on a new console. The Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024, and a new Remakes never kick off a new generation, and Gen 8 didn't release for a whole 2.5 years. I'm gonna say 2.5. So I see 2.5, I'm gonna say 2.5. I used to work in television, and the guy I went to college with who also ended up working in the same place was like the prompt machine guy. I can't remember the name of the machines. It's like a telescroller or something. But basically, when the presenters were doing kind of like the live, not the live, but like the pre-show kind of rehearsal, they would sometimes get him to like just spell out things phonetically. Because if they were reading like I wanted to do here, if they saw like 2.5, they'd say 2.5. But if they want to say 2.5, they'd be like literally write down 2.5. So when you're reading stuff, you're just like, you don't really think about it. So if it was like a name that they couldn't pronounce or something, they'd have him like write it out phonetically, where it's not the person's name spelled correctly at all, but just to make sure that they pronounce it correctly. It's interesting. It's cool. So all 2.5 years after the Switch debuted. So between now and Gen 10, we're only a year into Gen 9. So between now, I always write Gen X, but I'm going to say Gen 10. So between now and Gen 10, we could see a Legends title for a completely different region. I think Galar is possible, given the legendary horses. Trailer shorts of the legendary horses. The recent love that all the new evolutions and convergent forms, plus if Legends Arceus is set in the past, followed up by Scarlet and Violet, which covering both past and future. Could Legends... Should I say like Legends Eternatus or Legends Galar? What do you guys think? I think Legends Galar is probably just the most like, this is what it is. But then Legends Eternatus is probably like the, what it would actually be called. You know? Sorry guys, I'm taking drugs. Oh, big vitamin C. Galar just to save time. That's what I'm thinking. Not that Eternatus would be like the breaking point. But yeah, also saying Legends Eternatus doesn't really roll off the tongue either. I think it's also possible that we'll get a Legends game where like the title Pokemon isn't from the region that the game is in. So we could get like Legends Mew, but it's in like Hoenn or something. Because Hoenn has the fucking... Is it Faraway Island where you get Mew? What's the name of the island where you get Latios and Latias. Only in the event, of course. Just so I don't remember it. Given the legendary horse standing as training, the blatant love that region has been getting through new evolutions and convergent forms. Oh yeah, we're in the wrong one here. If Legends Arceus is set in the past, followed up by Scarlet and Violet covering both past and future, could Legends Galar... This sentence is kind of bugging me just because it has like past twice and future twice, but I feel like this is a really good like kind of cliffhanger ending. Like people would be like, ooh, kind of that. They're roaming. You mean in Oris? No, there's is it Southern Island? Yeah, but even in it's in Oris, yeah, but in original Ruby and Sapphire, there's an event to get them. It's just Southern Island? Okay, I thought it was something else. But there's an event to get the one that you don't have. It's the Eon ticket. It might just be an Emerald, but I think it's in the other two games as well. Okay, is there anything I'm missing here? I don't think we need to do the six starters kind of thing. I could say 2 different games. I think these starters are hinting towards something else. And it's also way too soon. You know the natives. Ruling out both trios. Yep. We have Fig Newtonisms. Oh. Ruling out both trios. Should we just do a Fig Newton? Do I need a Fig Newton? There we go. Big Fig Newton energy. And it doesn't cover the screen anymore. I need pictures of Spider-Man stat. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing that we covered earlier? We're only a year into Gen 9. Gen's last 3 years minimum. Okay. So the final Indigo Disc trailer just dropped. When I read these, I always like, I need pictures of Fig Newton. The final Indigo Disc trailer just dropped, showcasing I can't read these when I'm live. Showcasing 2 sets of starters hailing from different regions. Legends Arceus was set in Feudal Sinnoh, with 3 starters native to differing regions. Differing? Is differing the right word? Should I say different? Not the same. Yeah, differing works. Technically. With Unova remakes all but guaranteed, I think that these starters are hinting towards something else. Snivy and Tepig are Unova natives, ruling out both trios. Foray Legends Unova. And also it's way too soon. Remakes are always featured on a new console. The Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024. Remakes never kick off a new generation, and Gen 8 didn't release for a whole 2.5 years after the Switch debuted. We're only a year into Gen 9, so between now and Gen 10, we could see a Legends title for a completely different region. I think Galar is possible. Given the trailer shots of the legendary horses. Given the other jumbled legendaries. And all the new evolutions and convergent forms. Plus, if Legends Arceus is set in the past, followed up by Scarlet and Violet covering both past and future, could Legends Galar also be set in the future? Could Legends Galar be set in the future? Is there a different word I can use here for... to other regions? Yeah, I think that works. Other. Oh, fuck off. Inspect element. I'm not in college anymore. I don't go... I don't need to make fake Wikipedia pages. Okay. Is there a different term I can use for like past or future? Future synonym. Past synonym. But see, it seems weird saying both time periods before I say future. So it's like, if Legends Arceus is set in the past, followed up by Scarlet and Violet covering both time periods, could Legends Galar be set in the future? Both time. That might actually work. Prehistory is a past synonym, but it doesn't cover Legends because Legends is within history. Also, hello Slappy, how are you doing? I think both time periods works, because then I can, like, put up Koraidon, show Koraidon and Miraidon. Okay, is there anything I'm missing here? Were they really clamoring for Unova Remix? I don't think this is the case. Step Against Ivy wouldn't be started in the largest game for the region. They're native to be which is since BDSP remix or on new consoles. Switch Studios and some red search for a remix in order to kick off new generation. And also switched and released them to 2.5 years to search for that. Needing the between now and Gen 10, we could see a Legend style for a completely different region. I think Galar is definitely possible given the legendary horse standing in the trailer and the blade and love for the region that has been getting new and new evolutions and converted forms. I should just record that for a short and people would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Just gonna watching this awful movie. And then a better one. For these two we could see Johto, Kalos, Alola, Galar. Yeah, I don't think I need to delve into like the what regions we could see. Could they be teasing 2 games with one of a set with 6 starters? I don't think that's important either. If I could fit in this somewhere, I would, but I don't think it's necessary. Legends Arceus is set in the past, followed by Scarlet and Violet, which deals with past and future, so Legends of Galar is in the future. Okay. Howdy gamers. Legends is post Scarlet and Violet. The Futuristic Pokemon Presents logo I don't think is important. Ultimately in this. Especially because I've forgotten about it, so. And apparently it was for the Mewtwo thing, so I don't know. There's room between remakes, yep, BDSP, yep. 3 years minimum. Yeah, I think that this is, I think that's good. So what I'll do now is, I'll take out my phone. Oh, very, very rude of me. So you want a timer, and we want to do a stopwatch. Okay. The final Indigo Disc trailer just dropped, showcasing 2 sets of starters hailing from different regions. Legends Arceus is set in Feudal Sinnoh, with 3 starters native to other regions. With Unova remakes all but guaranteed, I think that these starters are hinting towards something else. Snivy and Tepic are Unova natives, ruling out both trios for Legends Unova. And it's also way too soon. Fuck. Remakes are always featured on a new console. The Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late 2024. Remakes never kick off a new generation, and Gen 8 didn't release for a whole 2.5 years after the Switch debuted. Let's put in a comma here. We're only a year into Gen 9, so between now and Gen 10, we could see a Legends title for a completely different region. I think Galar is possible, given the trailer shots of the legendary horses amongst the other Jumble legendaries, and all the new evolutions and convergent forms. Plus, if Legends Arceus is set in the past, followed up by Scarlet and Violet covering both time periods, could Legends Galar be set in the future? Chairman Rose does have that completely out of place concern about an energy crisis 1,000 years in the future, after all. Yeah, so that only took like a minute, so we're good. I can take my time with this. You're being the different regions thing twice. Up here, is it? Or is it somewhere else? Or is it because they say it down here? And up here. Oh, the intro, yeah, okay. The final Indigo Disc trailer just dropped. The final trailer for Indigo Disc just dropped. Showcasing 2 sets of starters. Showcasing 2 sets of unrelated starters. Legends Arceus is set in Feudal Sinnoh with 3 starters native to other regions. Featuring 3 starters native to other regions. Okay, I think that's better. Final trailer for Indigo Disc just dropped, showcasing 2 sets of unrelated starters. Legends Arceus is set in Feudal Sinnoh, featuring 3 starters native to other regions. All but guaranteed, these 3 starters are hinting towards something else. Both trios for Legends Unova. It's also way too soon. And it's also way too soon. I'm gonna put that as one sentence. Just because that's kind of difficult to read the way I have it. Remakes are always featured on a new console. The Switch 2 doesn't release until mid to late. What I'm going to do with these actually is put them in yellow. Not that yellow. That's impossible to read. You said earlier he's repeating the different regions thing to make it very clear. It's not that I... Yeah, but like... No, but it was up here I just said it like twice and within 2 sentences. And it's more about saying like the same thing but with different language, if that makes sense. I did like a journalism module in college. And it's like trying to just shorten down sentences and kind of get to the point quicker. The video releasing this weekend has a 10-second intro. Because I've become aware that sometimes my intros can go on for too long. So I'm just like, this is what we're doing today, you read the title, fuck off, here we go. And then it's just into the video. So I'm kind of excited to see how that works. It's also a fun video where people are going to get very opinionated. Okay, I think that's good. I'll record that today and then usually I'd wait until Sunday, but I'm like, this is hot right now, so I can get this out like today and then also release something on Sunday and the long video on Saturday, so it's pretty good. I didn't think that this would take 2 hours, but here we are. People have onions. People do have onions on Pokemon. Anyway. Is that I think that's it. Sorry. There's some oddities going on with Discord that I need to look into. But yeah, I think that's it. I said let's write a short, and we wrote a short. So there it is. Baba Booey. I'm not sure what else you want. This is some of my humble onion. Very good. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, that's been pretty successful. It's always fun, and I haven't done this in so long because there just hasn't been trailers, but I remember like every time a Scarlet and Violet trailer came out, it was like, ooh, what short can we make from this? You know, so it was fun for this one to kind of get that back. And I think I want to do that in the new year. My new year plans are fucking insane. We'll probably go through them next week on stream. But I think I want to also just use shorts for like kind of news stuff. Or theories with trailers, that kind of thing. Because I really enjoy doing that, like the rush of it where you're like, ooh, come on, let's go. And then just also my insane plans. Fucking crazy, dude. You have no idea. It might kill me, but we'll see. Anyway. I think that's the video. So, or stream, or whatever the fuck. Are you traveling home for the Christmas New Year's? No, I am not. But I have family over here as well, so I'm not all alone. Don't worry. I did already surprise my parents at the start of November. And I said to them straight up then, I was like, you're not getting me home for Christmas. So they know. And they're going off somewhere else as well, so it'll be fun. And besides, I haven't had a Christmas away from home since I was like 10. I think. They've all been in Ireland since I was 10, so I get to see Canadian Christmas. It'll be fun. But anyway. Yeah, I've been Dead Bedspread. Streaming up Dead Bed instead. And I wish you guys all the best.